John Davis, absolutely one of the best.
John Davis True Crime.
John Davis True Crime.
John Davis doing what true crimers do.
John Davis True Crime.
John Davis.
John Davis True Crime.
Mr. John Davis. John Davis True Crime.
John Davis True Crime.
This guy John Davis.
John Davis True Crime.
John Davis True Crime. Maybe that's where I've heard that name before.
John Davis True Crime.
John Davis, and it's good to see you, John. How are you?
John Davis True Crime.
John Davis True Crime.
Tune in and watch John Davis True Crime. You will love it. It's one of the best channels on YouTube. Tune in. It's John Davis True Crime.
Hello, everyone. Thoughts? The new look? Realized I was just alerted to the fact that Fred Hill's on Ziggy's tonight, and everybody's all about that. I'm thinking we might check in a few if y'all want to. I don't know. I hate to say it, but Fred Hill don't know shit. If he did, he would have used it to get out of jail. How's everybody doing? Miss Justice, Dobby Wing, Teresa Jones, Single Mom, JPL, Poppy Red Mustang. How y'all doing? Can I get a mic check like the new mic? Can I get a mic check? How's it sound? Pretty good. Not bad. Ricky Hinkle, Teresa Jones. Love it. The new live on-air sign. I'm putting it together. See? Want to get some feedback first. I'm going to add on. See what you guys think. What should I add? Because there's other signs I could add. Love that new mic check. Is great. Nice. Can I get a witness? Did I nail it? Suzette Brown, member for 22 months. I tell you what, every time we get a member or a super chat tonight, I'm going to show y'all a different meme. I'll make that deal with you. And I got quite a few. These are homemade. Oh, John's found him a program that makes memes. Don't sing LOL. Oh, man. Ouch. I'm still gonna sing. Memes are good. Cowbells effing suck. That's what I'm saying. I was thinking about it. Everybody's got their thing, right? Memes is gonna be mine. All right. Suzette, I knew you do it. But Suzette, I've already run them by you, so these ain't gonna be a huge surprise to you. I don't know if you've seen them all or not, but let me go ahead and cut one loose. I'll just tell y'all, I got a lot of different people. Let's see. I don't know what. Here, we'll go here first. I have a mug shot of pretty much every creator there is. Good creator, cool sign, ambient signage. Thanks for being awesome, JDTC. I'm working on my game, y'all. Working on my game. Going a little slow, but we're getting there, right? I have a mugshot of every true crime creator almost. Well, not all of them. I only got 2 more. These takes long for me to make, longer than you would think. But that's Stacy's mugshot right there. Y'all like it? What do you rate it? Go ahead and give me a rating on the first one. 1 to 10. What do you rate that? JPL. Now you get to see another one. Now, hey, I only got 3, so we're going to run through them pretty quick at this rate. But I'll tell you what, this next one, some of y'all might kind of be a fan of hers, but hey, it's all in good fun. Okay? So if you're a fan, I want to apologize in advance because this one is freaking hilarious. Let's see if y'all can figure out who this is. Remember, all ratings will be appreciated on a 1 through 10 scale. Ooh, high scores, 9, 10, 7, 9, 9.5, 10. Thank you, JPL. And everybody else thanks you too, because they wouldn't have got to see that quite as fast, and that's pretty fast. We all think loving it. Ba 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 ba. I'm loving it. Don't roast my PG. Like I said, now I knew a couple of y'all was probably gonna be a fan, but hey, it's all in good fun, all right? That's PG, you know, because everybody says PG likes Dawn, so that's PG. That's PG. She was jailed for making crappy memes. PG loves you. Hey, like I said, it's all in good fun. She'd laugh at this. PG's got a sense of humor. Yeah, I'm thinking she would too. All right. Let me see. Let's get out of it. Oh, I got some horrible damn news too. And I'd say probably a lot of y'all already know this. But tonight, what we was going to talk about was Madeline Soto. And she's been missing. Horrible story. But let me play y'all something real quick here. Hold on. Let's see, where's it at? Bear with me. Bear with me 1 second. Shit, did I lose it? Lost it. All right, y'all, hold on. I'm going to have to pull something up. There it is. Just hold on. Don't see it now. Hold on. Here we go. Madeline Soto has been found in a wooded area after mom's boyfriend and prime suspect in disappearance was seen driving with 13-year-old girl's lifeless body in car after dumping backpack in trash can. They found her, y'all. The body of 13-year-old Madeline Soto has been found in woods close to where she disappeared 4 days after she was reported missing. Osceola County Sheriff's Office search teams found her at 4:30 p.m. today. The grim discovery came hours after police revealed Madeline's mother, boyfriend, Stephen Stearns, 37, is the prime suspect in her murder. Stearns was seen driving a silver 2010 Lincoln MK car with the teenager's lifeless body still in the vehicle after dumping her backpack and laptop in the trash. So it was reported missing on Monday night in Orlando, Florida, after she was last seen that morning near Loop Boulevard and Hunters Park Lane. Stearns is now in jail, having been arrested on CP charges and SB charges. He has not been charged in connection to the girl's murder. That just happened. And I tell you, it's honestly, it's just heartbreaking. Seems like these are starting to come awful close together. And there's a lot of them. She is a cute little girl, y'all. Let me show. I got some pictures of her I was going to show y'all. That's what we was going to talk about tonight is her case. And I just found out like an hour ago that she had passed, so I didn't have a chance to kind of reroute what I was going to talk about, you know. Because like I said just now, they just found her. They found her at 4:30. I just found out an hour ago. And the guy that did it, this is the mom's boyfriend. Well, we don't know that he did it, but I'm pretty sure he did. There he is. It was a mom's boyfriend, real creep. They had got subpoenas for his phone, I think, or search warrant or whatever. They got in his phone and they had found CP on his phone, and they had arrested him already. And that's the dirtbag that did it. And I tell y'all, I ain't victim blaming or nothing, but these mothers got to make better decisions who they let around their daughters. You know, this guy is a real dirtbag. Like I said, you know what they found on his phone? It's gross. People, these guys are sick. And like what they found on his phone, from what I understand, was extremely bad. It was like some BDSM type stuff with children. So it's awful. Cold Brew, they've already found her. Images of the crime on his phone. Yeah. It's horrible, y'all. Horrible shit. I'm shocked at how it's like how fast these are coming. It seems Audrey was just last week. Little Elijah Vu still is. Well, let me look for an update on him. I haven't checked today. But this is another example of a non-biological male being in a child's life. The mom's boyfriend. It seems like it keeps these men get with these mothers, in my opinion, in order to get at their daughters. A lot of these sickos is what it looks like. Tell y'all, I'm shaking. I'm so mad about this because I usually have time to absorb this stuff and calm down, because I really get into this. It really upsets me that this kind of stuff keeps happening. And I just found that out before I come on. I would say men and women that are single with children should be very aware and check out everything about that person. Don't let them move in. Absolutely, 100%. 1,000,000%. And the mom, it's like the day after she was missing, did an interview, or right at the real close. Okay, day or two after, I'm not sure. But she did an interview and she made the statement. She said, I just want her back, whatever that means. And I was like, wow, already you're like, oh, I just want to find out no matter what already. And like not that long into it, she gave me a bad vibe. I don't know that she's got anything to do with it, but she gave me a bad vibe. I think a lot of these moms just give me a bad vibe because they're so stupid. Oh my God, I just read so sad. Yeah. I'm, like I said, I just found this out before we came on, and I'm just disgusted right now. I really am. It's upsetting to me that this keeps happening. I think that's obvious when you have kids. WTF. Pink Banjo, to most people, you would think it damn sure would be, you know? Why ain't that working? Especially, I mean, it just keeps happening. I mean, you would think everybody would be really aware of how dangerous it is having these dudes around your kids by now. But it keeps happening. Let's see, here we go. This seems to be the most recent thing on Elijah. This was from 7 hours ago. And this is Elijah, y'all. He's the one I did a live on. His mom and her boyfriend are in jail currently because of child abuse. Well, she's in for allowing it, and he's in for committing it, basically. And the most recent thing on him we're seeing here is family missing 3-year-old Wisconsin is continuing to ask for help in finding him as police search storm drains, and the boy's arrested mother tries to get out of jail. Elijah Vu was reported missing from Two Rivers on 20th of January. There has been no sign of him since, despite extensive searches at local landfills, rivers, and woodland. Little boy has been seen to his mom's boyfriend's house for disciplinary reasons, which, you know, if y'all watch me, we've talked about this already. But so apparently mom still ain't got out of jail, but she's damn sure trying. Let's skip ahead here, y'all. Hold on. Got a $15,000 FBI reward. Miss Bauer has requested that her $15,000 bond be changed to a personal recognizance bond. That means she wants to be released from jail without needing to pay that bill on a promise that she will return to court when requested. She is next due in court alongside Mr. Vang on March 7th. Oh, when's March 7th, y'all? Today's the 1st. So 6 days, right? Is that right? Yeah. Would be Wednesday, Thursday. They're back in court on Thursday. God, I hope they don't let her out. Him, the guy that's in jail, he is he's jumped bail before. He's got the bail jumping charge on his record. Man, I hope they don't let her out. I did a poll on that a while back too about them two being in jail and should they even get a bond as long as, you know, we don't know where he's at. I said no, and pretty much everybody agreed with me. Not one person in that poll actually said they thought that them two should get a bond, and I really hope they don't. They don't deserve one, you know. I'm sick of these stories, and the common denominator is usually the mother, boyfriend. What WTF is wrong with these people? You said it. Let's see. How many of these last ones? Let's see. Audrey was because, well, it was because of the parents' poor decision making. The dad more than the mom. The mom just wasn't in her life. So there's that. Elijah, he's missing. Mom sent him to stay with her boyfriend for disciplinary reasons because she wanted to teach Elijah Vu, little bitty Elijah, 3-year-old Elijah, she wanted to teach him how to be a man. Ooh. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. Getting real. It almost seems like a carbon copy of every story. It's very difficult to not straight out hate these so-called people. Well, you know, like I said, I've been working on my Facebook, y'all. Y'all need to go follow me on Facebook at John Davis True Crime on Facebook. Y'all need to go follow me. I think Facebook is my Facebook page is going to be good. I did a clip the other day talking about, you know, you're not supposed, they say Christians aren't supposed to hate people or judge or none of that. It's going to be impossible for me to follow along with that because when you see this stuff day after day after day, it's kind of hard not to think, why would a mom with a little girl let a guy from outside anywhere around her without doing I tell you, I don't even know if you'd be good if you sent them to the psychiatrist and got a psychiatric evaluation first. I think some of these dudes are so sick that and so disgusting, they're going to do whatever they got to do. Sorry. I didn't have time to calm down before I come on, and I am still pissed. but God says we are to hate evil. See, and it's kind of hard to do both, you know, to love everybody and to hate evil. How can you do both? I can't. I just want to say, if you're watching this, if you watch this on the replay, in your family, if you have daughters, sisters, aunts, mothers, anybody, and they're dating a new guy, God, whatever you do, background check him, look into him, everything you can do to find out about that person before you let them around anybody in the family. Please, please do your due diligence. You know? Hey, JDTC, this is so sad. Never seems to end. No, and I swear it seems like it's picked up lately. It really has. I tell you something I wanted to talk about too is that guy that Trev. I don't know if y'all watch Trev, but Trev Tom's been talking about him a lot. 15, I think he's 15. He's from Rogersville, and he's been missing for a while now. He's a 15-year-old kid. He has autism. I want to say he's been missing like 3 days now. Overnight, he's been out. That's starting to blow my mind that they ain't found him yet. Right on, JD. That makes this live a very important one because it shows women and men must be more aware of who is around your children. Yes, 1,000%. Y'all, like I said, look around your family. If you have a situation of a man that's not known to the family, please vet the hell out of this guy. Everybody. I was telling Brandy, I don't know if anybody watch it, but I think I'm going to make a video of how to spot red flags and be like, you know, guys that's new to the family and try to think of some of this, that what seems really obvious to us and put it all together in, you know, who knows, maybe it'll make one person snap to and think, oh my God, I really don't know this guy. Maybe I shouldn't let him be driving my daughter to school and being alone with him. What seems like common sense to a lot of us ain't so common. Hi, Common Sense 101. Sebastian Rogers, thank you. I'm sorry. I should have known that. But Sebastian Rogers definitely needs sound. He's the one that Trev keeps speaking about. I'm going to try to see if I can get y'all a picture of him real quick. Bear with me 1 second. Sebastian Rogers. Sebastian. Don't it seem like these are happening awful close together, though, really? Oh, y'all want to check in on Ziggy real quick for some comedic relief while I work on this? Hey, keep that disclaimer flowing, please, Burnt. Let's check in. Y'all want to see what's going on over there? Y'all know me. I don't do this. I never have streamed somebody else. But let's see what they're saying real quick. See if it's interesting. No, I don't want. But
okay. Can you still hear me, Fred? Yeah. Okay, cool. I just making sure.
No, it's on the phone. We don't even get to look at Fred.
Hey, Darlene. I guess I could just mute you or mute Fred for now. Mute you or oops. I could figure out how to get back to the call. Okay.
Can y'all hear? Y'all picking that up?
I mean, I'll hear if he's trying to say something and then I'll put him back on, but there is a little bit of background noise. Okay. Oh, I think that's. Hold on. Let me see here. I think that's him, but let me. Or Andy, but let me make sure.
Oh, we rolled in just at the right time. Andy's up. Y'all excited? I got to keep pausing it so I don't get in trouble. I don't think Ziggy copyright strike me, but you never know. Is the broadcast straight right now? Somebody let me know in the chat if this is working right. I've never done this before. Yes, good. Okay.
Okay. Andy, is that you? Okay. So
Yeah, it's me, Ziggy.
you're on panel. Andy, thank you so much for being here.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, cool. There you are. Okay, so
My,
and Fred,
my
you're here.
internet's acting sketchy.
Okay, well, it shouldn't take long. You know, we're just going to go over the basic things like everybody wants to know about. So, Fred, I guess I'll since you're answering things that Fred claims, we'll just go to. I'll just ask Fred first, and then I'll go to you for a response. Okay, like one at a time. Is that okay?
That works.
Okay.
Oh, this might not be bad. This might not be bad at all. I'm dying to see though. I'd love to know how she talked both of them onto coming on.
Okay. Fred, so on June 15th, did you see Andy on the road? Is that what you're let's turn this down here. Do you want to talk about that or
Yeah, make sure y'all credit Ziggy and keep the disclaimer flowing. I don't want to get, in any trouble. And
yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, he was on the road to 15.
Yeah, what time do you think he was on the road?
The camera was time stamped at 3:47.
Okay. Andy, what do you say about that?
It could not have been on the 15th. I was at work.
You were at work.
I mean, I was there pretty much on and off all day on the 14th, and I took off a day or two after the 15th. But I wasn't there on the 15th. I was at work at Hayward.
What y'all think? Y'all believe Andy? I believe him, man. I think Fred's just doing this for his 5 minutes. I really do. I think I believe Andy. I don't think he's lying. I don't think Andy's the one. I'm sure he's been vetted very well.
Okay. Fred, do you have anything to say to that?
I mean, the law enforcement even showed him pictures of him being on the road on the 15th.
They never showed me no pictures of me being on the road on the 15th.
Okay.
See, that's why I gotta say Fred's full of it, man. Why is law enforcement showing Fred pictures of what's going up and down the road on an open case? Come on, do y'all believe that?
Okay.
I mean, I was down there on the 14th dealing with Jackie, and I went up to the uncle's house to call mom to get mom to come down there because that's not in my name. It's in mom and who's Jane. So that on the 14th, yes, I was in the holler. I would have probably been on camera the 14th going in the holler on the one at the bottom of the hill at Simpson Road and the.
There you go. Now she busted. John, when Fred said he was wired around 8:30 that night, there's no way since the 911 call wasn't till around 6:30 p.m. I'm telling y'all, man, I just cannot see law enforcement telling Fred all shit and showing him evidence and all that. I mean, really? No. Fred was busted arrested for dealing meth. They're not going to be letting him in on an open case.
Not to that.
There are 3 different ones you was on.
Well, not on the 15th. I swear, dude.
Well,
I mean, the law enforcement even said they had to refresh your mind because you said that you didn't even know that you was on the road that day. The vehicle you was even driving that day, whether it's truck or the car, and then they showed you the picture and refreshed your memory.
I mean, it's like I said for the beginning. I drove the Soul, I'm pretty sure, on the 15th. And I came in after 6:30 or around 6:30ish or so. I don't know exactly what time.
I mean, you was caught on camera at Zoomers at 5:30.
There was no way I was on camera at Zoomers at 5:30, Fred. I was at work until at least 6 o'clock on that.
I tell you what, y'all, you ain't going to convince me that Fred actually has been through these conversations with law enforcement over what Andy was doing. Come on, does that make any sense? Please tell me y'all ain't buying that.
Day because we had to stay over because we had a bunch of bullshit come in. Even on a normal day, the store at Hayward closes at 5:30. We try to have everything done 15 minutes before the doors close. That way we can get out of there. It takes us 15 minutes to 20 minutes to get the doors locked and all the technicians to run out the door like we're on fire.
But I'm not accusing you of doing anything or anything wrong. You have a right to be on that road that day. Any day. But it just raises questions why you was beyond your driveway and why was you go all the way to the dead end and why was that blue truck following you out? I mean, that's only
no.
You know, it don't mean you done anything to summer, nothing like that. I'm just saying it just raises questions, you know?
Well, I mean,
you know who that dark truck is?
Y'all, I think Andy is way too laid back. I bet Jody Sue just run over him. He just seems like he has. There's no way I'd be letting him put that shit on me.
The blue truck.
I mean,
Who's in the blue truck?
Who was that? Is that directed toward me?
Yeah, Andy. I'm sorry.
Okay. What kind of dark truck? I don't know nobody that drives a dark truck in and out of the holler right there. I know Fred's dad used to have a dark colored truck, but other than that, I didn't pay attention to who lived past me unless they was causing problems or aggravating me. I don't pay attention to what goes on. In most days, I was gone 6 days a week from at least 9 o'clock in the morning to at least 6 o'clock in the evening. So once I hit that hill, I didn't pay attention to who come in and out that holler. I didn't care. If they wasn't bothering me or coming to see me, I didn't care. Whether or not she cared or not, that's on her.
But
what do y'all think? Do y'all believe Andy? Do y'all think Andy's actually involved? I don't. I really don't. Let us know in the chat. Or do you think Andy is involved and Fred's got his number? I highly doubt it, but hey, if that's what you think, let us know. Let us know in the chat.
Why were you all the way down at the end?
I wasn't all the way down on the end of Ben Hill Road on the 15th. I wasn't even all the way down on the end of Ben Hill on the 14th. I went to the house past Fred's mom and dad's house. You know where I went, Fred, right?
You was on camera past her on the 15th. The law enforcement has the
No, sir. Okay. This is all I've got to say on that. If they had me on camera on the 15th in the holler, they have never came to me and said, sir, we have you on camera on the 15th. What was you doing here? They showed up.
See that? There you go, Fred. What you got to say to that? Fred is making that up. Law enforcement ain't telling Fred what's going on. I think Andy's about done with this.
At my work at Hayward spoke to my boss and watched the cameras, seen me on camera. So to me, if I had been on that road on
What
the
time did they see you on
15th,
camera? He wanted to know.
do what?
He asked, what time did they see you on camera?
They had the camera all day from the time I got there at 8:30 to the time I left.
So
They seen all day. I was on camera all day, accounted for all day.
So
Timestamp.
So, okay. So it's never going to come out, or nobody's going to ever have any type of proof of you being on the road between those hours on the 15th.
Oh, Ziggy's digging for her man, ain't she? She's trying. Oh, Fred wouldn't fib. Ain't never gonna be no proof come out, huh, Andy? Well, I know Fred's telling the legit truth. I'm over that. I am over that. Linda D, new member. Welcome to JDTC. Glad to have you. Oh, since we got a new member, let's check out a new meme. I think we got another arrest photo here, another mug shot for you guys. Y'all, I understand if people want to go over and watch Ziggy and all that, but I'm sorry, y'all. I just am not buying it. And it seems like Fred is really getting out there now. Him saying that police showed him video of the 15th and he's seen him here and there. I'm starting to wonder though if they ain't all a little in on this. I don't know why Andy would even put up with that. Why ain't Andy over there saying, why would law enforcement show you video of me, Fred, on the 15th? I'm telling y'all, this is a joke. I'm starting to wonder if all these people ain't in on it together as far as pushing this bullshit and some kind of money-raising scheme. None of that makes a damn bit of sense. Law enforcement don't, and how would they know Fred ain't involved? They show somebody like a known meth dealer. Let's just be honest. Been in jail for it since Summers disappeared. They want to let that guy see video footage of somebody else that's evidence if it existed, which it don't. Bullshit. I'm sorry. I call straight bullshit. I'm telling you, people are doing this. It's a scheme. It is. I don't know which ones is in on it, but there is no way. There is no way they showed Fred Hill surveillance from the 15th. I'm not even going to pretend like I believe that shit. It's nonsense. Why'd I get all blurry? Do y'all believe that? There's no way. Ziggy got to have that money for her and her man. Ziggy, what are you doing? Are you? I don't know. Somebody told me she went to visit Fred already. I don't know if that's true. Hey, who am I to say? You know, I'm not going to rag on her. I just played her live stream. Can't give her too much shit. But come on. I know Ziggy's kind of goofy, but really? Fred, that's your attraction? Hey, y'all love the studio. Well, look, y'all, if it ain't my CEO, Messy Jessie, gracing us with her presence. There's Jessie, y'all. That's my sarcastic golf clap, in case you didn't catch it, Jessie. Of course not. LMAO, I don't believe he was wired up at any point either. LOL, ridiculous. Thank you. And this kind of stuff is what gets all this nonsense going. Now you're going to see 30 videos tomorrow about this nonsense. Everybody will have a video out, I guarantee you. Thank you, Dipey. I'm out of memes tonight. I didn't expect to need that many, but I appreciate you supporting the channel. As you can see, we can only afford one like, but we'll have another one soon. I'm over it, y'all. It's screwing the case up. It really is. It's not helping. We know that. There's no way any of this is helping. You're going to see 30 videos tomorrow of Fred Hill calls out Andy. This is it. It's going to be solved soon. We've been doing this shit for almost 3 years, and people still falling for it. Meanwhile, whoever did do it, just scooting on by, sailing on down the river, while we pretend that the person involved is going on YouTube and spilling the beans. Because you know when somebody commits such a heinous crime, the first thing they do is go draw attention to themselves and you know, run the circuit of YouTube. Nobody wants to get away with a crime. They want to tell everybody, involve themselves, drag themselves into the story. That makes sense, right? I didn't say Dipey's name wrong. Me and Dipey are cool like that. I told her when she started spelling it with 2 P's, I'd call her Dippy. Until then, it's Dipey. Thanks for supporting the channel, Dipey. What happens in the dark will always come to light. I hope. I really hope. Yeah, they're probably watching this circus and laughing at all the BS. Yes, they are. And y'all know who my biggest suspects are. Now, those will go on YouTube, but this is a completely different issue. You know, they're the parents, so they're naturally going to be in the story. Somebody from the outside is not going to voluntarily get into this. If Andy was guilty of anything, Andy wouldn't be doing Ziggy's live on YouTube. I'm sorry. I mean, I think we all would agree Ziggy's not rich, so she's not paying him no ton of money. If he's getting anything out of this, which who knows, he wouldn't be coming on YouTube if he had anything to do with it, either with Fred. And Fred talking about being wired up and then all this. And then let's not forget, I think everybody remembers the bones that were found. I just hope if there's ever a movie made about this, that none of that would be included out of respect to Summer, because to me, this is all just disrespectful, pretending like any of this is reality, because it's not. Parents have yet to be cleared. Exactly. I've said that too. And then I got it said to me that, oh, well, they don't clear people. Yeah, they do. They clear parents as soon as they can. That way they can include parents into the investigation, because parents have the best knowledge of their child. They're the biggest help to an investigation is the parents. They know their tendencies. They know everything about their child. So for them not to have cleared the parents, highly suspicious. And let's not forget, their boys still ain't been returned. I'm starting to think that the CPS case is kind of tied into Summers' case. I'm really starting to wonder if that ain't a big part of the reason. See, I couldn't even stream that shit for long, because it gets under my skin. All these people just pretending like this is reality, and it's not. It's not reality. Suzette said I send him stuff all the time. I make him mad all the time. Yeah, you always tell me when somebody's talking smack, and it seems like it's getting more often. John, do I remember right that Don actually went up to Fred's that night? He said he said he was going to the dealer's house, but he got bottlenecked in. Now, I don't know if he meant to Andy's because Andy was slinging weed back in the day, or if he meant to Fred's because now that we know Fred's charges, we know what Fred was doing. He's going to pop a sideways question. My hubby don't think they have enough evidence. That's why nothing is being done, or law enforcement has come with an update. I don't know. So a lot of people seem to think that it's because there's no body. I don't know. They take other parents in for neglect. Hold on. They take other parents in for neglect. Why not Candace just getting to be like an epidemic, a war against children? Yeah. Yeah. I tell you, it seems like, is it just me, or is there a lot of shit been going on? It seems like in the South, like Florida and Georgia and Tennessee, and in that area, it seems like where a lot of these cases is coming up. My opinion, those that lie and make up stories on a missing child's case is a disrespectful thing to Summer. I hope we know what happens soon. Yeah, it's extremely disrespectful, and it's harmful. You know, it can't be good for the case. We know that because, and now I guarantee you, TBI gets some calls about Ziggy's live tonight saying, "Oh, did you know?" Like they're not on top of it. I would say there's probably somebody in TBI that watches all this, or a few. They tried and convicted without bodies. You know this too, John. Yeah, they have. I didn't say. I didn't think they could do it without a body. I'm just saying that's what a lot of people keep saying is they think that's what it is. They're waiting to find her. Well, then I think they'd be searching. So I don't think that's the case. You know, we can all pretend as much as we want. Law enforcement is going to solve it if they can. Now, when I say that, I say I'm thinking TBI and FBI. I don't know about Ronnie anymore. A lot of people seem to think Ronnie's scared. Look into it too hard. It might link back to Junior. "40 times more likely children are abused when their parents have a new partner." Yeah, I seen that on Dr. Phil a long time ago. JD, I'm so mad I'm eating a Hostess Snowball. Never had one of these things, but they're pretty good. Is that what you do when you get mad? You eat Hostess Snowballs? Does that calm you down? No, nothing to do with the body. Hubby also wanted to know if they were waiting on H to turn 18. I told him I doubt it, but never know. I mean, no, I don't think so. I really think if they could charge somebody, they'd do it. I don't know why they would wait. You know, that's not going to change anything about when the crime was committed. So I don't know. I don't see where that would be beneficial. Ronnie is weird. I don't trust that guy. I don't either. I don't know. Something about Ronnie Lawson just rubs me wrong. And I did a post on him on Facebook the other day. Follow John Davis True Crime on Facebook. And a lot of people say that that's typical for the South, is this good old boy attitude thing. And I think that's like what Ronnie is. I don't think Ronnie would ever ask for help. I mean, hell, he won't even let nobody search. Ronnie, I don't know. I don't get Ronnie. I think the location and satellite data is limited. Yeah, I mean, it's not a great spot out there. It's better than other vices. Where did it go? Shit. Man, my computer is slow as shit, and I just reset it and all that nonsense. It don't seem to help. Do you think they are waiting on something to do with the boys? I tell you, I think it's been long enough now. I think the boys are no longer in play for Dawn and Candace. I mean, you got to think they got taken like 3 weeks after Summer disappeared. In June, it'll be 3 years Summer's been gone. So it'll be almost 3 years at that exact same time that they've been in custody. I don't see I've looked into this a lot, and I don't see hardly any examples of where a kid has went that long without the option of being adopted out or anything. I'm starting to think they don't have custody. And I've noticed too, Tim Mullins ain't pushing it on Facebook like he used to. He did put out one post recently that told him, I think it was happy birthday or something, but I'm starting to think that's a wrap. I really am. You know? It's what it seems like to me anyway. I agree with that. There are laws regarding protective custody limits by CPS. Yes, they're only supposed to have them for so long. I don't know if y'all seen the update though on. Did y'all see there was an update? Tim and Allie went to court over their charges, and they got pushed back to, I want to say, May. Did y'all see that? If it's all the way back to May, they're going to start closing in on a year since they've had their kids. And that's awful. Kids have been away from their parents that long. I didn't see that, John. I don't remember where I seen it. I think it was a post or something. But yeah. No way, Jose. No pun intended. Speaking of Jose, we was talking about that the other day too. How you got Jose, Allie, and what's her name? Allie's friend. Help me out, y'all. Who was Allie's friend that passed? What was her name? Oh. Give me a second. I want to say Sheila. I know that ain't right. Leslie. There you go. That's weird. Leslie, Jose, Allison. Allison dated Jose. Allison was best friends with Leslie. All three of them gone. It's strange, but I don't push conspiracy theories. But I was suspect of Allie for a while. Her phone's dead at the time Summer went missing. Her alibi passed away. So many weird coincidences with Summer's story. Her aunt disappeared, never been found. Weird coincidence. So much of this stuff is just strange. It's also strange. How does my mic sound, y'all? Does it sound pretty awesome? I love it. Check it out. It moves too. Do I want to go over here? What's up, y'all? Just hanging out. Kicking it. Hi, Christola. Long time no see. Love a good conspiracy theory. Didn't y'all think it was weird? Allie's alibi at the time was she was at Leslie's grandson's football practice, and her phone was dead. Who would go to something like that and not make sure that phone was charged? It's a conspiracy theory, I know, but it's possible. Never get daggum notifications. A lot of people tell me that, but I hear a lot of other creators talking about they have the same issue. I don't know. YouTube is not running the tightest of ships lately, it doesn't seem. My dang phone is never charged. Okay, I knew there'd have to be one in the bunch. Oh, mine's never charged either. Thanks a lot. The whole case just keeps getting weirder. You got that right. I'll tell you, I'm still upset over the Madeline Soto thing. You know it? Terrified we are never going to get answers. I'm concerned too. You know, if you say it's a cold case, people get upset at you. But I mean, reality is nothing has come out in forever. Law enforcement, it seems like when they are trying to work on a case, they will occasionally throw something out and kind of fish to get information, or have you seen this? What about on this date? Was anybody in this area? You know, stuff like that. Nothing. The only thing I've ever heard from law enforcement that was of interest to them was the red truck, and who knows, you know. Did you see or hear that sound video from when someone was on the swing? No, I didn't. I don't see much when evil entered. Have to remember that tips get called in all the time that we aren't told about. That's true. I was just talking about on law enforcement's end. A lot of times they'll fish for information in the public, and they haven't done that. The only thing I've ever heard was about the red truck, and we all know how that worked out. You know? Not well. I hope that guy is responsible for Madeline Soto gets thrown under the jail. You know it? I tell you, even I keep going back to how bad Summer looked there before she disappeared too, how much thinner and stuff. I like that picture of her. I wish it wasn't. I think I must have copied that off something because it looks pixelated, but that's one of the better pictures. I think that red truck was a bogus distraction. You think? I want to know why they haven't been charged with neglect. You know, I'm real interested on this Elijah Vu case, how they charged them. They charged that boyfriend that was supposed to be watching him. They charged him with, I want to say neglect, and her like as a conspirator to the neglect. I thought that was so wild that they did that in that case. Came from a friend's live about Madeline. That man is disgusting. Yes, he is. Man, she's talking about. Y'all probably seeing a lot of him in the next so often. There he is. What's his name? I never even caught his name. I don't even know if they released it. I just kept seeing him referred to as mom's boyfriend. What the hell? Yeah, does anybody know his name? I never heard his name. John, I personally thank you for the way you run your channel. Not once have you misled me when covering Summer and other cases. I know, and I really appreciate you mentioning that, because it seems like a lot of people enjoy being lied to or misled. You know, it's like they want to believe some of this outlandish shit, and I just can't do it. I think I'm not going to be a part of that. You know, I'm not. I've even told y'all from the beginning, and I know everybody wants me to say that I know Dawn and Candace did it. I don't 100% know that, and I'll never say that. You know, my opinion, the reason why they haven't changed the wells with neglect is because they signed off custody to the state to avoid charges. That's a good, solid theory. It could be. Could be. My live tonight and the morning is on Maddie and Audrey. Thanks for advertising on my live there, Dippy. Dipey. And y'all go check out Dipey after the live. It's not how it works. They would still get charged either way. I don't know about that, Dippy. I've heard of that before. I've heard of people avoiding charges by giving up custody. Damn sure have. I got to pick up my son in a little while. Got about 15 minutes. That's not accurate, Dipey. I have heard of that. Like more than once, people getting out of charges by signing over their rights. A lot of people have said that's happened to them, and they've claimed that, you know, they were finagled into doing it by the police. They've even claimed that. So that does happen. I think personally, though, I think time's up. I don't think CPS has kept them that long to give them back. If they sign the rights away, why are they always talking about getting the boys back? More BS. I got a theory on that, is because it's a lot easier to get sympathy from the public fighting for your boys. It kind of takes some of that fire from the public about Summer off of you, you know. And I really think that could be a technique they're using. They're like, well, you know, we're getting sympathy from the public because we're coming out as these parents are fighting to get their sons back, and people ain't going to be as apt to jump on us and you know, be as accusatory because they're going to feel bad for us. That's just my opinion. Never heard of that. That's messed up. They shouldn't get away with stuff like that, for real. No, they shouldn't. I would think law enforcement want to know where Summer is before they agree to dropping charges. Well, see, I've always thought too, like when they were getting the boys back, that was probably one thing that was really against them, as long as Summer was missing, because imagine the kickback they would get if they would give kids back to the parents of a missing child and then something happened to them kids. Could you imagine? So I've always thought that could be kind of, you know, one thing that was working against them in getting the boys back. Because, you know, I mean, but they say they're not suspects. I don't know. You can look at it from a lot of different angles when it comes to that, you know. I just find it hard to believe, though. What doesn't make sense to me is they're saying that everything was voluntary, that they was like, we give it to them, and they're acting like there was never any, you know, issue with CPS other than they were keeping the boys because they thought it was too dangerous at the house. I don't know if I buy that. I know a lot of people have said that they failed drug tests and that was the reason, and all this other stuff. I don't know. You know, Don Can are dirty. They are lying about saying they want the boys for money because they can't get money with the truth. Well, you know, when you're going on panels and putting up cash apps, it doesn't look good, you know. Let's just be honest. It does not look good, you know. And we've been looking at this for years, but yet people, and that's the thing that pushes this, you know, everybody's like, well, they do this and it's so disgusting. There wasn't people that was willing to watch it and chip in, they wouldn't be doing it. So, you know, like all Daisy's Clan and all Peanuts folks, that's the reason they're still doing it. Grandis is BS. Law enforcement hasn't contacted me since. Yeah, I was talking about that with somebody the other day too, about how she was fine calling law enforcement to get YouTubers off her property, but she couldn't go out of her way when it come to checking on Summer's case. swear he said everyone was a person of interest. He said everything's still on the table. Believe anything they say. They have lied the day Summer went missing, gave her wrong age and the wrong picture. Law enforcement had no idea Summer was shaved bald. You know, and I don't know what the point of that was, if they were thinking that wasn't going to come out or what. But that was a bad look. I still say that could have something, that could be telling too if we actually knew why it was shaved. Was it a punishment? Was it really what they tried to tell us it was? In the same interview, they go from saying that Summer was messing with her hair and screwed it up and they had to end up shaving it off. And they also say that they shaved it because she wanted to be like Candace and the boys. In the same interview, they say that. Two different reasons. Y'all remember. I don't know. Randy, did you know that they found Madeline? Oh, okay. I'm hearing that them pictures on his phone was of that. Law enforcement meant everyone around Summer. Yeah, I think that's what they meant too. Nobody was off the table when it comes to suspicion yet. You want to drive in the dark? Well, I was going to get off in like 10 minutes. Okay. Well, never mind. We might BS for a while then if y'all want to. They want aspires to be like Don and Con. No one. No, they don't. Law enforcement men. Everyone. Yeah, never mind. I already read that. I tell you, that Malin thing's got me upset. She was 13 years old. Oh, my Lord. Would you look at that? She just had a birthday. The 22nd was her birthday. I didn't realize that. 5'1", 110 pounds. She was pretty little. Wow. Date of birth, 2/22/2011. She is 2 years older than my daughter. Man. Oh. That makes me sick knowing that. Oh. The 22nd was her birthday. Just had a birthday. Just turned 13. And mom's boyfriend. See, and that makes you wonder about Summer's case too. How many of these are we seeing where like it's the family friend, the boyfriend of one of the mom, somebody real close, you know? Her mom didn't even go to her birthday party. Actually, I should have known that because now that I'm thinking about her mom's interview, they were talking about the birthday party that they had it for Sunday before she disappeared. See, there you go. Who said that? No pics of boys nor can with head shaved. Yeah, that was interesting too, wasn't it? Y'all see him get on camera fake crying. I seen a picture of it, but I didn't see the live feed of it. No. She's a year younger than the granddaughter I have sleeping overnight. We live near the U.S. border too. I wish I knew how to talk to her about taking her safety seriously. Man, you really need to have those. I tell you, I've probably made my daughter a little over and give her a little extra anxiety about it as much as I talk to her. But I'm telling you, I'd rather do that than something happen, you know. Just basically tell her, don't go around any guy you don't know, period. And the ones you do know, don't trust them. Her mom said the day before they had a big B-Day party with all their family there, and she was so happy. Yeah, I seen that. That's the interview I seen. And that, did y'all notice too in that interview with the mom that the boyfriend stood in the back the whole time through the whole interview? Dude was like standing in the doorway behind her, just like, I'm sus of the mom knowing something. I really am. She came off really monotone and strange in the interview, I thought. Scared my daughters. Maybe she's scaring the grand too. I'll approach it soon. Yeah. Rather than be scared than something happen to him, you know. Can't trust any daggum body. You got that right. I believe Ryan proved Fred lied about Cotton. Well, I tell you, Fred's lying about a lot of this. I know it. There's no doubt in my mind. I'm not going to pretend like I believe that law enforcement is setting down a guy with a record like his and telling him what they have video footage of Andy driving up and down the road. Bullshit. Miss me with that nonsense. And they ain't wiring him up either. He is so full of shit. I had this cousin, and he used to tell people bullshit stories all the time. And then he used to even try to include me in it. He would tell stories about me and him being at the bar and me getting the shit beat out of me by like 6 guys, and he'd make himself out to be a hero in the story. I come in and I saved John. I took this one dude and I body slammed him, and I'd be like, so I started calling him out, and I was like, look, if you ain't going to make me look cool in the lie, I'm not going to go along with it. What's wrong with you? I think the mom was probably medicated. It just bothered me she kept saying we, but that's just speculation. What bothered me was she said, how did she put it? She said, I just want her back, whatever that means. And I was like, for a kid that's only been missing a day or a couple days, that's awful weird that she would be like already in the mindset that she wasn't with us no more. And that really seemed like her mindset to have said that. She said, I just want her back, whatever that means. Like if she had passed, that she was already making herself cool with that or something. I thought that was so strange. Hi, Ange Davis, Joyce Connor. I've said hi to the rest of y'all. I think y'all been here a minute. Chris Stola, Common Sense 101, Burnt Dirt, Sally Carson. You're hilarious, John. Thank you, Sally Carson. I try to make y'all laugh. It's hard to do it, talking about the bullshit we talk about. But yeah, that's what the mom said. I'm promising you on that, because it stuck out to me. I was like, that is so odd to say it that way. Where was she before 7:30 a.m.? I don't know who we're talking about. I'm lost. I was going to go, but since Brandon went and picked my son up from work, I'm going to stay and hang out. Brandy didn't have 6 hours for hair and makeup, so she couldn't be on the live this evening. I should have made sure she understood that we were breaking the new studio in tonight, but we kind of got our wires crossed up. I told her she could come on a panel. She didn't want to. But I want to show off my new set because I love it. I love it. Before he was seen on camera. You know, I don't know. I don't know the story great, to be honest. Brandy actually just introduced me to it this morning, and I've only seen like the mom interview, and then I seen before I came on that it was bad news that they had found her, which is horrible. I'm waiting to see what happens with Elijah. I have a feeling that's another bad one, so we might as well brace ourselves for it. Hi, V. proud of you. Well, thank you, Sally. What's that song? Bum, 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 Sally. Ain't that it? Ain't that how it goes? Worried to death about Elijah. I am too. I'm telling you, brace yourself. I've seen the monsters that we're dealing with when it comes to his case too. They're not going to show evidence to anyone in or around this case, in my opinion. Who knows? This case is bizarre and very messy. Thanks to DWCW, Tim M, and so many others. Summer deserves so much better. Yeah, but still, they're not showing Fred evidence of somebody else. They're not. Fred acts like they're that he's an investigator on the case, like they give him sworn him in. Fred, do you swear to help us solve the Summer Wells case? Yes, I do. I got a batch cooking. Can we start this tomorrow? Miss me with that shit, man. Come on, y'all. Come on. Sorry. I'm just so annoyed by that, though, because I'd have had a huge crowd tonight. We'd had a good time, but I have a good time with the smaller crowd. I'm glad I got who I got. You know, anybody that's over there, I don't think you're that serious about wanting to know what happened, because that's all just nonsense. Why in the heck would they show him evidence? They wouldn't. They wouldn't. They might as well just call me up and be like, hey, John, come here. Come up and we're going to show you some stuff. What'd be the difference? I'd actually be a better pick. I don't have such a record. I got a DUI in 98 that I have admitted to because I knew it was going to come out. But that's all. So, and I apologize. I was young. It's been 25 years ago, so not bad. Mustang Sally. What is that song about? I wish I could remember it. Fred is a legend in his own mind. Yeah, Fred is full of it. Full of it, y'all. Full of it. Oh, here's what I wanted to show y'all too. This upsets me too. Okay. I know all y'all look at me and think, damn, Mary is one tough alpha male. But stuff upsets me too. And this upsets me. I shared this on Facebook. Did I share it on YouTube? I don't know, y'all. I've been working on my Facebook page. Go to JDTC on Facebook. This right here. This was a post I stole off Tiffany because she was over in my comments being a smart aleck. So I went over to hers and I was going to be a smart aleck. And then I was like, God, Tiffany actually got something worth sharing. This is about Harmony, because they still don't have Harmony. Okay. Now that is a picture of the exact same type of bag that they believe Adam put her in. And they want everybody to be on the lookout for that so she can get a proper burial. I really hope they find it. But they're saying, if you've seen or locate this bag, please call the Harmony Montgomery tip line, and there's the number. New England residents and visitors be on the lookout, especially in Revere, Rumney Marsh, Sales Creek, Chelsea Creek, and North Shore Road areas. Harmony could be anywhere from Manchester, New Hampshire to the Tobin Bridge, Massachusetts, or anywhere along the New England coastline in this bag. Harmony's remains are last known to have been placed in this bag. And that's what the bag looks like, y'all. I know there's probably very little chance of anybody watching my live stream seeing that, but if there's any chance, I want to share it. Harmony's case breaks my heart that she got the worst deal ever. And after the trial and finding out what happened to her, I'm bothered by it a lot. And I'd really love, I mean, if anybody deserves to be found, it's that little girl. It took them 2 years to even look for her. You know, it bothers me. I think her case is probably the saddest of about any I've covered, especially after hearing that god-awful girlfriend testify. Wink at me. Thank you, John. Love the new studio. It reminds me of the Comedy Store in the 80s. Wink at me. You never know. That may have been a subliminal thought in my mind when I was putting it together. I just wanted something new, man. I'm trying to step my game up. You know? Oh, y'all want to hear some exciting news? And thank you. That's really generous of you. Thank you so much. What was I saying? Damn, I got sidetracked. Oh, guess what we're going to do coming up, y'all. I have, give me 1 second. Let me get that off the screen. It's starting to bring me down. I got an email, or not an email. I got a direct message from my Facebook, and that's where this come from. And I thought, I know a lot of people only watch me because I talk about summer a lot, but I'm going to start talking about everything, and I'm going to start trying to get guests to come on the lives. And what I'm going to have, and I'm tentatively right now, I'm going to say I want to try to make this Tuesday, but I run across this case on Facebook that somebody sent me. Well, actually, the lady that sent it to me is a member of the family, okay? And it's the case of, hold on, maybe I can, yeah, hold on, just give me a second. I'm going to get this to where I can put it up on screen. But anyway, it's a girl that's been missing for a few years. And I want to say her aunt's going to be on the show Tuesday and go over the story with us. Now, hold on. Give me just a second. I always wig out when I'm live, like I'm having these big, long pauses, and I hurry myself too much, but give me 1 second. Because I want y'all to see this. If I can pull this off. I think I can. Come on. Here we are. This might cause some interference, but I want to try this before I get off because I want y'all to see this. Because I'm going to have her. This just happened today, so I don't want to look like I don't know what I'm talking about. It's either her. I want to say it's her aunt that's contacted me, and she's going to come on the show, and we're going to go over. It's a cold case. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, here, let me tell you the name because I can't get it brought up. It's Jessica Stacks is her name. Now she's been last seen 2021 in New Albany. Last seen 1/1/2021, New Albany, Mississippi. Her name's Jessica Stacks. And it's kind of wild because there's been a lot of suspicion on this boyfriend. And in February of last year, the news did a story on her. Well, they interviewed the boyfriend, and he comes out and says something completely different than what he told the police. And I swear I'm really thinking the boyfriend has had something to do with this, but we're going to have her family member on. Well, let's just go by that, family member. And we're going to talk about that case. Y'all want to hear something weird? Her story's a weird story, and she's been missing for quite a while. She's grown. Let me see if I've got her age on here. See, I don't. Hold on, y'all. But y'all try to remember her name, Jessica Stacks. If any of you can Google her real quick, go ahead and Google her so you'll know who I'm talking about. Jessica Stacks is her name, Stacks. Jessica was reported missing at 10 p.m. Saturday, January 1st, 2021, 12 hours after Jessica supposedly exited a boat with her boyfriend, Jerry Baguette, on the Tallahatchie River. I want to say Tallahatchie, but that ain't. I don't know. He claims she was lost. However, evidence contradicts that. Billy Rogers claimed on surveillance camera that he killed her in self-defense. Union County Sheriff calls them good old boys and has not bothered putting pressure on them. That's just to give y'all an idea. How old did it say she was? Did it say? It don't say, but she was younger. And it's a really interesting story. I hope y'all will look it up. There you go. Burnt even got y'all a link to check out the basic on it. But I'm going to have one of her family members on, I'm going to say Tuesday. I'm planning on Tuesday. I've been messaging back and forth with them a little bit. I just got this, though. The lady just reached out to me. And you know where she found me? On Facebook, John Davis True Crime on Facebook. Y'all go follow me on Facebook. Yes, it's her aunt, because she told me, she said, we need help with my niece. Jessica Nicole Stacks went missing on 1/1/21. I wonder if that's a video. I'll play all that if it'll tell the story. No, it's a story. No, it's a video. Yeah, y'all can hear it anyway. Well, that's a long ass commercial, isn't it? What the hell? Why is that muted? Hold on. How do I unmute it? Where's that?
A mother named Jessica Stacks. She's 28 years old and was last seen on January 1st of 2021, somewhere along the Tallahatchie River in Union County, Mississippi. Jessica and her boyfriend at the time were out on a boat, according to police reports, when she reportedly got out of the boat and made her way to the riverbank. It was later on that night where Jessica was then reported missing. Her purse and her car keys were left behind in that boat. Search and rescue teams have scoured the area around the river in Union County, Mississippi, but still to this day, there has been no sign of Jessica. Jessica's mom, Kathy, and friends and family released 5 lanterns New Year's Day to honor her daughter's memory.
Let this light represent our love and compassion. We will never forget you. There it is. There it is.
Also, floating candles on the Tallahatchie River, where 28-year-old Jessica Stacks was reportedly last seen January 1st, 2021.
So pretty. It's beautiful. We want Jessica Stacks to know that we love her, we miss her, we will never forget her, and we will never stop looking. This is where the boat was supposedly launched. Went into the river.
Stack's boyfriend, 45-year-old Jerry Wayne Baggett, allegedly told police they borrowed a friend's boat, seen in this surveillance video getting gassed at 5:30 in the morning. The boat didn't have a motor or oars. They planned to float down the river using a shovel to steer as they hunted for wild game, stranded by the overflowing river. Jessica reportedly left her phone with a friend so they could call to be picked up later. The police report says the boat began taking on water, so they pulled onto a sandbar to empty the water out. When Jerry got back in, the boat started to move, and Jessica got left behind. Later, he couldn't find Jessica. Police searched the river and the area where she allegedly left the boat, finding a coat, part of a boot, a pair of gloves, footprints, but no sign of Jessica.
It just doesn't make any kind of sense at all.
Stack's family says they don't believe the story and they think something else happened to Jessica.
The whole story is just, it was made up. There's no way that she would have been in a raging river, flooded, no paddles in the boat, no motor in the boat. He did something to her, and then they fabricated the whole story of the boat.
They believe the surveillance video of Baguette at the gas station, including the door opening to show a passenger in the truck, was part of an effort to make it look like Jessica was there that morning.
I'm just saying, I don't think that was her in the truck. I don't think, she was ever in the boat.
When News Nation reached out to Jerry by phone for the story, he told us a very different account than what he told police. He denied ever being on a boat with Jessica, saying, "We never rented a boat because neither of us could swim." He said, "I was at work January 1st. The last time I saw Jessica was a few days before then." We reported this information to the sheriff, who said he would take it to the district attorney. But he has said since the interview wasn't with police, he's not sure if it will impact the investigation. Jessica's mom says police have ignored evidence she's tried to share, and she wants an outside agency to now look into the case.
I just don't know what I can't hire no investigator. I can't hire nobody because I ain't got money to hire nobody. But if somebody could see the stuff that I've got, they would know something had happened. We bring some closure. I mean, we deserve closure. We deserve some kind of closure. Jessica didn't just fall off the face of the earth. She didn't just run away, and she didn't want to run away from her kids.
So that's going to be wild. Talking about that. That sounds, something is definitely fishy. How is the boyfriend tells the story about they were going down the river in a boat and that's what happened, and now he's saying he wasn't even with her that day. Something ain't right. Something ain't right about none of that. But I'm not like everybody else. I'm not going to beat the Summerwell story to death, because that's all it is now. It's going over the same shit over and over and over, or making shit up. And I'm not going to do it. There's other people out there that need help, and it sounds like they really could use some publicity on her case, because from what I've gathered so far, it seems like the authorities are really doing them wrong. Now, that's just my opinion, but y'all heard that. I mean, how much sense does that make, that this dude tells stories that different and he's the one that's seen her last? It doesn't make sense to me. What do y'all think? Y'all interested in hearing that? Replay crew, make sure you tell me in the comments too. I think it's going to be an interesting story, and you never know. Maybe we can help out. I think it's worth a try, definitely, don't y'all? All right, guys. I appreciate everybody for coming. I think I'm going to wind it up. I can hear my neighbors talking, y'all. Shh. Never mind. It must have been Taylor's television. Y'all ain't interested? Good. It'll be a new story anyway, Like I said, there's nothing going on in Summer's case. I'm not going to be like everybody else and just beat it to death. Be prepared. Tomorrow there will be 40 videos about what Andy and what Fred said. So be prepared. I appreciate everybody for coming though. Thanks, John. Look forward to hearing from Jessica's family. I do too. I mean, I do too. It's and like, I don't know what they're going to share with us, but it sounds like they got a lot more to share than what was just in that news article. But I appreciate everybody for coming on and spending Friday night with me, especially knowing that y'all could have been watching Andy and Fred heal. I appreciate everybody for coming, y'all. I'll see you. I'm going to try to have them on Tuesday. That's the plan right now. And as soon as I talk to the aunt a little bit more, I'll make sure that's good with them. I think they're cool with it already, but I'm not going to say yet. I might, because I've been doing a lot of posting lately. I might make a post and preview it. Hopefully everybody can get the date down and everybody can be there, because I think it's going to be a good show. But I do appreciate everybody for coming. Thanks, John. You did great. Love the new setup. Well, thank you, Common Sense 101. I hope y'all have a great rest of your weekend. Appreciate everybody for coming. Oh, like Superior Girl, I'm signing off. It's good to see you, though. Everybody hit your thumbs up on the way out, and we'll see you probably Tuesday. Till then, be safe. Hey, last thing. Everybody, any guys in your family, do some background checks. Run them through the ringer. Don't be a victim. I'll see y'all Tuesday.